So I already pulled one clove apart, as you can see, and look, they're already starting to sprout. So I'm not sure if that's a good sign or not, but they are alive. And we don't have any moldy ones, which is good. So I'm gonna pull all these apart right now. Hey you guys, I am finally planting my garlic on January 9th, 10th, 9th. I don't even know what day it is. So I bought my garlic in December. Let me turn this a little bit. Bought my garlic in December and was thinking I was gonna put it in, like, I have these really big cloth pots that I used back home, and I was thinking about putting them in there, but I read recently, or not read, I was watching Roots and Refuges YouTube, and she said that if you can work the top 8 to 10 inches of soil and the ground isn't frozen, that you can still plant garlic and it'll be enough time. So I broad forked the other day. And now I'm gonna plant it, and yeah, it's the ground is still really nice. Don't know much about the soil here. It seems like it's got a little bit of clay in it. We added some chicken manure to it, and then so I broad forked, and then I formed up 2 30-inch wide. I mean, I kind of guesstimated, I didn't actually measure, but I formed up 2 30-inch wide beds with like a small little pathway in between. So kind of like market garden style, and I am going to plant the garlic now. This is the garlic that I got. Let me see, I have like a little, I got it from a farm in Ohio called Patchwork Gardens. And it is I think it's Inchilium red. So, it says that it's an artichoke variety, which means that it's a soft neck, which means that it's actually better for braiding. Hard neck varieties are really hard to braid. So I didn't really have a whole lot of options because all of the seed suppliers that I normally buy from, they sell out of garlic by like the end of the summer and the beginning of fall. So thank you for letting her out. The little sister's sitting there screaming, "Let me out!" So I found it on Etsy, you guys. I just went on Etsy and looked up seed garlic, and I found some, and they sent some really cool directions. This is the, I'm not sure if you can see that, it's probably backwards. That's the card for the business in Ohio. It's kind of cool. So yeah, we're gonna plant this. It says I'm to break the heads apart into individual cloves. Some of the smaller ones might not grow into large bulbs, so you can use those for taste testing, which that'd be kind of cool. And then we plant 3 rows spaced 10 to 12 inches apart on a raised bed, or for in-row spacing 6 to 8 inches between plants. So we're gonna get that going, and yeah, hopefully we get it done today. You say hi? Oh, he's got some beautiful facial tattoos, it looks like. Sister has been on your face. It looks like. Yeah, garlic. You say garlic? Yes, garlic. We're having some crazy unseasonably warm weather. Like, look at, you can see the sun back here is just like, it's still chilly out, but from what I hear from South Dakotans, the locals say that this isn't normal. So I am going to take it while I can. And because we've been holding our breath that the weather is just gonna like go crazy. It just hasn't. So we're gonna do some garlic planting. Here we go. makes me feel really good to be doing something homestead related. Normally in the wintertime, I'd just be like playing with seeds and knitting and hanging out with chickens and, you know, but lugging buckets of water to and from chickens and checking on chickens at night, making sure they're doing okay, making sure there's not a skunk in the coop. Last year we got a skunk in our chicken coop. But this year I don't have chickens. So it feels good to be doing anything that's kind of homestead related. So what I'm gonna do is, we get wind here, so I am going to cover this with some frost cloth and put some bricks on it so that it doesn't blow away and maybe the kids don't try to mess with it. My hope would be that it snows and covers all of it with snow so that my frost cloth doesn't try to blow away. I know that at some point we're gonna get some crazy wind. That's always a possibility. I hear a baby. Nope, leave it alone. Get off. Get off the garlic, please. You go in the pathway, like Mama told you. Okay, so we'll resituate. So, first garden bed of the 2021 garden is in the garlic. Digging around in this soil now and thinking about it for the last couple days. It's got a lot of clay in it. I've never dealt with clay soils before. Coming from where I lived in Central Oregon, it was the high desert, and it was like, we called it moon dust. It was really sandy, rocky soil. So this is like the opposite. It's not sandy, it's clay. And I think that broad forking was probably one of the better things that I could have done. I probably should have brought in some other kind of soil or added some sort of, I don't know, maybe mixed something down into the soil with the clay. But I didn't really have that kind of time, and not trying to spend a bunch of money on soil yet, because I know down there, down on the next level, like our yard has 2 levels, I'm gonna do raised beds down there. And I'm gonna buy soil for that, because I knew that there was gonna be issues with soil, and I didn't really want to have to waste my time building soil. Not that soil building is a waste of time. I'm going to continue the soil building practice as I go. But having spent the last 4 years of my gardening career building soil in really rocky, sandy dirt, and just, it's a lot of work to start from really bad soil and work to really good soil. So my raised beds are gonna, and they're gonna be raised beds, they're gonna be on top of the grass, just like plopped on top of the grass. And so, oops, let's not put that in my water. Thank you. It's a good pile of dirt. Probably could have, should have done more just when I was prepping this, but you know, I wasn't sure I'd even be planting right now. And I've just been I'm kind of a fly by the seat of your pants gardener most of the time, unless something's not working for me. But you know, I just started here, so things are gonna not work for me, and I'm fine with that, because I know that's gonna happen. So raised beds will all have soil brought in, like good soil. Our dump here has soil for free, but it's like from the yard waste and stuff, and I know there's gonna be tons of pesticides in it, so I'm gonna avoid that at all costs. Oh, hey, let's not be mean to the flower beds. We just planted the garlic there. This bed right here where the garlic is continues down another like 15 feet, and I'm going to be broad forking that next and just mulching it for the fun of it so that I can have it prepped and ready to go. I might do a little bit of a an experiment with that by maybe turn the camera a little bit, by maybe actually adding more something into the soil to kind of fluff it up a little bit, and maybe I should do a soil test, because this is just like the only piece that's not grass. When we showed up here, it was this rectangular patch of dirt that nothing was there. I don't know if they were planning on gardening. The guy did say that they had brought in soil at one point, but this does not seem like soil. This seems like dirt. Like, if anything, this is fill dirt. Soil is, oh, let's not do that. Whatever. Soil is a different thing. Fill dirt, soil, totally different things. So I might just experiment with this last half of this bed and add some stuff into it to kind of maybe start building it up, see if it does better than the garlic does here without having any amendments. A soil test would probably be a really good idea. Even though it's just a small piece of ground, I should measure it and see how big it actually is. It's a really good sized in-ground bed for, less than 1/4 of an acre homestead though. So I think that's, it's pretty cool that we started out without having to rip up grass. And then all the raised beds will just go down there. I'm gonna do some big, like, pretty 3x3x8, like 3 foot tall, 3 foot wide, 8 foot long, maybe beds. We'll see. You got to get out there with a measuring tape. But yeah, I could sit here and probably chat your ear off all night about garlic and gardening and be careful trying to grow food in the city. I actually just started an urban agricultural class today. Hey, no, we're not going to take the straw off. Nope, we're going to leave it on there. Go over there where I told you could go. Yeah, there you go. Good job. I'm taking an urban agriculture course because I want to know all of the things. It would be my absolute dream come true to manage my own farm, whether that's just for my family or something that makes us a profit. But learning how to manage a full-time farm would be a dream come true. So now that I'm in the city and I don't have animals to practice around and play with and build soil and do all the chicken things, I figured education was the next best thing that I could be doing in order to keep that dream, oh my gosh, keep that dream alive and kind of keep the wheels turning. And maybe one day maybe one day we'll be on a big farm again. Oh my gosh. He is like determined, you guys. Huh? Oh, scissors. Yeah, those are mine. Thank you. Those are the Sisters Craft scissors that oh my gosh. This is dangerous. Okay. Are you ready to go inside? I don't think he is. Let's go inside, eat. Oh, look at this belly, you guys. Bleh.